Yeah. What up, Fight World? It's the Kid Ego. I'm back. Oh, what the fuck? Hold on. All right, we back. We back in. That Bay Area. We gonna rock it like this today, man. We rocking. What up, Fight World? You know, we gonna do it the old school way. Let's get it. Yo, I had to fall back because I used to drink energy drink more, but I don't drink them too often. But this shit right here, hey, this cherry blade lemonade. Hey, Bang sponsor the channel because this shit is good. Look, we'll do some product placement. Blade, the fresh maker, or whatever. Bang, whatever shit. Bang, oh my god. Bang, Jim Lampley should endorse this. Now I copped this too. We working, man. We got the studio, man. Look. I'm about to use this. Hold on. It's like this is dope, man, for podcasting. It's a cup holder. Hold on. We opening it up. We just getting started. Make sure y'all smash the like button. I'm gonna try this shit. See, look, it holds like wine. You just clip it on. This shit tight. Oh yeah, this shit got grip too. Hold on one second. Yeah, I got my drink holder. It's like a movie. It's kind of like makes like a makeshift drink holder at a movie theater. Cup holder. We working. Let's get it, people. I got my space. Let's talk some boxing. Mike B, the one that put the satins on your panties. Never knew a hooker that can. Hey, yo, what's up, love? How you doing? Well, I've been singing. You know when you hear certain things and it triggers something in your mind. Mike B says, bro, you are literally talking to a tree right now, bro. Victor Ortiz. Let's start with that. I got an email from PBC, fights canceled. I did a video about it. Fights canceled. John Molina confirmed fights canceled. Victor Ortiz, with all the shit he got going on, will not be fighting this Saturday against John Molina on Fox FS1. So that's the first order of business. That shit got canceled. And you know, I told you when I made the video announcing the news that could be the case. You know, especially boxing on Fox. Fox is a big company and shit, so you know, the main event, if he's like embroiled in like sexual assault and in the Me Too era, no company's gonna stay away from that. Nobody wants to, you know what I'm saying? Like, why'd you let, you know, Fox would get, you know how people are. Fox could get the brunt or get blamed. Like, why'd you let the rapist fight? Why'd you do it? You know what I'm saying? So most companies, they like when Pacquiao said that about gays. When he's like, I believe gay people, they are worse than animals. Nike was like, nope. You know, because now it looks like you riding with that person. So, you know, people cut ties. And I think that's what happened with PBC and Fox. He's going through that. So it's just like, yeah, we can't have that as the main event. Now Omar Figueroa's brother, Brandon Figueroa, I believe, he's going to be doing the main event. Joey Spencer's still on the card. Joe Joyce, heavyweight, who should be working with Tyson Fury for the Wilder fight in sparring, he's going to be on the card. James DeGale. So, you know, if you guys still want to go out. Disappointing stuff, people. Very disappointing, because I actually thought it was like a fun fight. You know, John Molina versus Victor Ortiz. So I was really actually looking forward to it. I'm so glad I didn't buy my plane ticket, because I live in California. So, you know, prices aren't going to change, change too much. I was going to go to that fight, but I'm so glad I didn't buy the plane ticket, because, you know, I don't know if I've been able to get my money back straight away. So, you know, it's unfortunate. I feel bad for the fans, you know, thinking that's going to be the main event, and now something that was the undercard is now the main event. And like I said, I thought it was going to be a good fight. But I feel bad for John Molina, too, because you have a whole ass training camp, and then now you can't even, you can't enjoy the fruits of your labor if you were to have beaten Ortiz. Yo, I cut the beat because we got to do the Boxingego roll call. You know, we got to get back on track with it. So, hey, city, state, zip. Where you at? Where you from? I never heard these beats. I'm just shopping beats on the internet. Okay. This shit dome. Hey. Roll call. One time for the motherfucking roll call. Where you at? Where you from? Tell me where you at. Where you at? Where you from? Jackson, Mississippi. 504. Shout out to Denver, Colorado. 303. Downey, California. Where you at? Where you at? Where you from? Tell me, motherfucker, where you This shit is hard. Shout out to Chicago, Illinois, making the Illinois all the noise. 773 Coachella, California. Tupac hologram. 415-413 Mass, Los Angeles. Pico Union. I know people on Pico that peep your whole cheap flow. Shout out to Hartford, Connecticut. Houston, H-Town. I said Houston, H-Town, Central Cali. I'm gonna have to reach out to some of these producers. They making some nice shit. Shout out to 318 H-Town again, Toronto, Canada. I see y'all. Shout out to Toronto, Northridge, 83rd Houston. Shout out to all my people in them wards, you know, all them J Princes and stuff. Natural born hustlers out in Texas. Okay, from the Bay to Texas. Antigua, Detroit. Shout out. It's so cold in the D. Don't make us have to call Trick. Shout out to the D. Smash the like button. We just working. This shit is hard though. I give it whoever made this beat. I like this. I'm gonna start hollering at these producers. I need some production. I need them. Brooklyn, Austin, Texas, 720 D-Town baby. D-Town baby. Shout out to the 21519. Montreal, the city with the most boxing for a belt. Los Angeles. Look at the lights up. Get the lights up. Hey. Get the lights up. Shout out to 904 Duval. You should have a radio station. Everything is coming. We just working. Trust me. Hey, speaking of radio station, I got a podcast coming out with my homies. It's not just like boxing. We're gonna talk about sports, but it's also got music, movies, and it's not just gonna be my opinion. You're gonna have other people. It's coming soon. I don't even want to give away the name until everything's set in stone. Motherfuckers be biting. Shout out to Gary, Indiana, Homer, Michael Jackson. Homer, Michael Jackson. I said Homer, Michael Jackson. That's that. Gary, Indiana, Joe Jackson with the belt. Okay. Shout out to Jamaica in the house. How many jobs y'all got? I'm a lawyer, a doctor, a dentist, man. Gary, Indiana. Gary, I think Mike Epps might be from there. Gary, Indiana. Call it the zone. Who got DAZN still? Put your hands up. Put your hands up if you got DAZN on your motherfucking phone. Motherfucking phone. I said, put your hands up if you got. Let me know. Y'all got DAZN. This shit is hard. Hey, I gotta get these producers. Mike Epps is from Indy. Hey, I'm a bookmark this dude. He nice with it. Hey, Light and Scott. I'm gonna be at you because you got some hard shit. If you made this shit, oh my God, I need some work. I'm gonna listen to some of his other shit. All right, Light. LY on the beat. He got me getting mad and shit. These beats. Wouldn't buy that with stolen money. You probably can't even rap. So we're not really worried about what you would do. You don't have. See, you talking about stolen money. That's because you ain't got nothing. Okay. This shit sound dope. It sound like I'm in the Wild West or somewhere in the future. Shout out to Mike Epps. Oh, he's going after Kevin Hart right now? Oh, you're saying you wouldn't buy DAZN. I thought you meant this beat. Hey, that's fucked up. Why you Hey, I gotta holler at this dude. One more. I'm gonna listen one more. I'm shopping beats right now while we wait for people to come in. Light Scott on the beat. Light Scott on the beat. I tell him on the beat. Okay, I'm trying to catch this one. Ego, what's up? 707 Vallejo in the house. Freestyle Thursday. Shout out to the Vallejo, man. I don't know. I was liking some of the other ones more. See, now I gotta listen to something to get me back in that. I like to hear them drops. I gotta see what you talking about on that drop. Okay. New media. I work for new media. Taking it, I'm a trip like Expedia. Okay. Work for new media. I'm taking the trip and I'm taking Expedia. I'm taking the media. I'm taking over the media. Oh my God, I can freak this. Hey. I be with new media. I'm taking the trip and I'm taking Expedia. Fucking the media. Oh my God, I could kill this. See, this how I cycle through. You know, I be saying random gibberish. Taking the media, I'm taking the trip and I'm taking Expedia. Fucking your bitch and the fucking the bitch and the stick in the CD. Tip of the stick in the CD. Like, man, once I get that, it's a wrap. Cause then I just put it together, and I can formulate my words how I really want to say them. Yeah. I canceled DAZN on my phone and I'm coming. See. I canceled DAZN on my phone and I'm coming to Rome and I'm coming. Oh my God, I'll kill it. Hey, I'm gonna bookmark this dude. This dude nice with it. Shout out to you, man. Let's get it in. We're gonna talk about this boxing now. Man, someone said I heard DAZN was buffering. My shit kept having that spinny wheel in the middle of the fight. They're like, yeah, free trial my ass. I don't know if it was because I have a free trial, but that shit was in the middle of the fight. The biggest part that pissed me off was Sergio Mora made a comment. And he was like, yeah, Povetkin, he's leaping in with the hooks. And then it did this spinny wheel. And then it pushed the telecast back 15 seconds. And I had to listen to the same commentary, that whole little stanza, all over again. And I'm like, what the hell is this? So I know that shit wasn't in real time because it pushed my shit back. Wrench Mafia is stupid. He said, laughing my. They said, you ain't paid for this. Yeah, DAZN, they're like, yeah, ain't no freebies. This shit buffering. We that Warren buffering. Hell no. Hey, check it. 1, 2. We got a roll call out the way. We feeling good, feeling great. This energy drink, shout out to Bang. This flavor particularly. Cherry Blast Lemonade. I'm so mad at Randy Ridley right now. He said Povetkin was buffering AJ. Hey, y'all wildin'. Why y'all be wilding in this chat like that? No, Povetkin was doing nice, and that's why I don't even like fights like that, because you stand to lose more than you gain. If you had a tough ass fight and beat Wilder, there's nothing no one could say. But if you have a tough ass fight with Povetkin, you know how people are gonna say. You just know how it's gonna go. They be like, "Who's Povetkin?" Like, you know what? Okay, Povetkin's a gold medalist, yes, but he's also had a history of drug cheating twice in 1 year. Who has Povetkin beat that was in prime? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not doubting that he's solid, but motherfuckers, when they talk about like Povetkin, like, he didn't even really beat. Like, who did he beat? Marish Weck? Like, I'm trying to think about who he beat. Because, like, the reason people keep saying Deontay Wilder, 40 fights, 40. How many people Povetkin fight? Who did he beat? He beat David Price, who had 4 losses already, and they were all by stoppage. 4 losses, 4 KOs. So who did he really? The biggest fight he had was his worst looking fight, which was Klitschko. I mean, up until the Joshua fight, and then you can say that's his worst looking fight. He beat Carlos Takam. Who's Carlos Takam beat at that point when Povetkin beat him? Yeah, he beat Hassan Rahman, way past his prime. That wasn't the Rahman of the day when he was fighting Lennox Lewis and knocked him out. And then Lennox Lewis came back and knocked Rahman out. Ego, where's the Wilder fight going to be at? LA, Los Angeles, California Love Part 2 without Dre. You know what I'm saying? Staples Center. Yeah, I heard the interview between Barry Hearn and Frank Warren. Frank Warren was clapping. Frank Warren almost thought you would come with that ether. Here, I'm gonna show y'all. I got it. Y'all, do y'all want to hear the radio? Everybody heard it? We caught up on that? Like I said, we having fun with the game. This was Frank Warren. Hey, Barry, I know you ain't talking about me, dog. Who? You? What? He said, fuck Adrian. Man, you love my style. Brace yourself for the main event. I am the truest. Name a channel that I ain't influenced. The game has changed. And I send it in ruins. Oh, my God. That's Frank Warren. Frank Warren had that ether. I rock hoes, y'all rock fellas. With no mustache, having like a rat compared to beans you whack, you son of a bitch. Oh my gosh. Frank Warren was, I'm trying to pull it up for y'all. Brace yourself for the main event. I am the truest. Name Gotti. Wait. That was bad. Here. We gotta play Nas Ether. Shout out to Jose. He said he only 10 minutes away from the Staples Center. He gonna be there. Shit, me too. That's a good fight.
Yeah, I mean, we're not going away from this world.
Frank Warren is deluded. He thinks Fury will win. That's his promoter. You know, what is he supposed to say? Man, he getting his ass whooped. Like, what is he supposed to say? You know?
Nothing will stand in the way of that happening. I believe that Tyson Fury will be the winner. As Barry just said, that's a big fight, so why on earth would anybody want to stand in its way?
No, all I was merely thinking that if Fury won,
We gotta play Ether
and Wilder as the champion lost, Wilder, if I was his manager, I'd say have a rematch contract in there, and so that might scupper an immediate fight with Joshua, if you see the point I'm making.
No, I absolutely do see the point, but I think everybody's sensible enough to make sure that the big fights happen, and there are ways to make things happen. So I don't believe that anything will stop that fight from happening. The only people who can stop it from happening is Anthony Joshua's people.
So, Barry Hearn, you say?
Well, with all respect, total rubbish. Number one, there's got to be a rematch clause, obviously. me, because there's no way Deontay Wilder is going to risk his WBC title without a rematch, of course, unless his management has changed, because his management are actually quite sensible. So, look, there's no rush. I mean, I think Frank would agree.
Listen.
That, you don't rush anything in boxing. We've got a fighter here who's 22 fights, the world number one heavyweight. There's no rush whether he fights Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury later on. Yep.
That says everything you need. Barry Hearn, Faja of Eddie Hearn, he just said there's no rush if Anthony Joshua, who's the number one heavyweight, 22 fights in, there's no rush if he fights Wilder or Tyson Fury later on. These dudes in the comment section and with these other channels are getting like bombed out. Like they're really getting like smoked out. Wilder was not lying. Because justify that. How do you justify that when Barry Hearn just said there's no rush if he fights them guys? He said there's no rush. Things happen. I'm waiting for the justification, people. Ego, I appreciate your authentic content, bro. I might be sending you a super chat tomorrow or over the weekend. Shout out to Raul Ramirez. I appreciate you. Okay. Keep in mind, this is in response to what Frank Warren said. Frank Warren says, I have Tyson Fury. I think he beats Wilder. But even no matter what, the winner of Wilder versus Fury should fight Joshua in April. That's what he's saying. No beating around the bush, no politics, no business. He's saying the winner of this upcoming December 1st fight should definitely fight Joshua. I think my fighter wins, but regardless, if Wilder wins or or Fury, they should fight Joshua in April. The rebuttal to that is absolute rubbish by Barry Hearn. He said it's rubbish because there has to be a rematch clause, because I know his team is quite sensible. So of course they put a rematch clause in for Wilder. And then he skips around and says there's no rush. There's no rush. There's no rush. We have the number one heavyweight with 22 fights, right? And there's no rush if he fights Deontay Wilder or Tyson Fury. You know the business, and you know business. There's no rush. There's no rush. There is no excuse. There's no plausible excuse you could say to justify that, unless you like try to insult Barry Hearn, and say he's like senile or some stupid shit. Like, oh, he's drunk. He don't know what he's talking about. Other than that, there's nothing you could say without insulting Barry Hearn that justifies that. One promoter is saying, I think my fighter beats Wilder, but even if he doesn't, the winner of that fight needs to fight AJ in April. Then they said, the radio guy said, what's your response, Barry? And then he starts talking about filler stuff, just like Eddie Hearn does. Phil Florin and Phil, to distract you instead of answering the question straight away. And then he says what it really is. There's no rush. There's no rush. This is a business. Joshua's the number one heavyweight. He only has 22 fights. There's no real rush if he fights Tyson Fury or Deontay Wilder. Those fights can happen later on. So why the fuck would I believe that Anthony Joshua's team wants to make the fight for April when he just said those fights can wait? When he was fishing and did an interview with a whole different media outlet. So it's not like he's just saying the wrong stuff to what he said this on BBC Sport or whatever fuck Radio 5. He said this to IFL, and he's saying the same thing. Oh, I don't care if we wait 10 years and Joshua just keeps winning and never fights Wilder. I'm okay with that. And he smiled. So why would I believe that Team Joshua wants to fight? You guys, the ball's in your court. Let me know. Convince me. I'm just going to sip and drink my drink. And as you convince me, you're in the hot seat. Because you know it doesn't make sense. But if you think you know how to make it make sense, step up. You got an open hot seat. Tell me how that makes sense. Tell me how Team Joshua's wants the Wilder fight or Wilder Fury winner fight so much in April. But Barry Hearn keeps saying stuff like this. There's no rush. There's no rush. This is a business. They keep using Joshua's 22 fights as a crutch. He is not a baby. He is a unified champion. See, they want to have their cake and eat it too. You talk about how Joshua's in shape and this huge specimen. I've never seen an athlete like him. Gold medalist. He's unified in only 22 fights. But then you, on the other hand, try to have your cake and eat it too and use it as a crutch. Oh, he only has 22 fights. Who cares? You know, Lomachenko, he challenged a guy with way more pro fights than him in Orlando Salido, and he only had one fight. So you can't have your cake and eat it too. Joshua is the unified champion. When you have the most belts in your division, you will become a target to the other guys who seek what you want. Goes with the... Now, I understand within reason. Like, let's say Victor Ortiz or Luis Collazo called out Floyd Mayweather. They're probably not they're not in a position to dictate or really, you know, people weren't pushing for those fights. Like, Luis Collazo must fight Floyd Mayweather. You know what I'm saying? But we're talking about Wilder, Joshua. The fans voted on Joshua's own page, and he had the most votes. You get what I'm saying? He had the most votes. So clearly people want to see the fight. Is it meaningful? Absolutely. You getting the new card PC Beast? I don't even know what you're saying, to be honest. Oh, you're talking to somebody in there. You know, it doesn't make any sense, people. It makes no sense. And you guys, all these channels that try to convince me, right? Or convince the public or whatever, that Joshua really wants to fight, but then his own representation is saying, what's the rush? Why rush? We don't have to rush. Joshua's only 22 fights. He's still learning. Eddie Hearn just did an interview the other day talking about Joshua he's a unified champion, but he only has 22 fights. He's 5 to 6, 7 fights away from his prime. This is not the speech of a confident team. A team that feels their fighter is ready. Because you keep saying a whole bunch of nothing. He's a unified champ. That's a good thing. But then to unify with the last guy in the fight that means a damn, oh, but he's about 5 to 7 fights away from his prime. Why would you say that? You know what I'm saying? There's no way you can make that make sense. Why again, they want their cake and eat it too. Look what Joshua's done in 22 fights. Okay, he's done good for 22 fights. What does that have to do with unifying with the last man that the fans want to see you fight and matters? Like, 22 fights is not 12 fights. Joshua is big. Like, he's like 6'6". He's not like a baby. Like, for example, Ryan Garcia. That's my dude. Shout out to him. He's 19 years old. Right? So I can understand Golden Boy developing him, or if you want to call it babying him. They got to get him right. Yes, he has amateur pedigree. Yes, he has a palate he can grow from, but he's 19 years old. So he's going to have to learn as a pro, tough fights, you know, like his last fight was a tough fight. He's going to have to go through those things. He's not an Olympic gold medalist that I know of. So I can understand like his path. Shakur Stevenson is a silver medalist in the Olympics, but top rank, they're giving him experience. He's very young, you know, early 20s, getting him primed for this. Joshua is a unified champion, pushing 30, you know, 28, 29, maybe, right? Pushing 30 and a gold medalist. So at that point, it's fair game. You know, you're not this young buck, Devin Haney or something where you got to fight in Mexico, build your resume, build your confidence up. You are a gold medalist. You're bigger than most in the division, 6'6". You're strong. You've already fought Klitschko. So what are we talking about? You're a unified champion. That's what I'm saying with the have the cake and eat it too. You know, you can't have your cake and eat it. Oh, but he's a unified champion, only 22 fights. That's good. But he still should be working on his resume. Listen, I'm not even trying to be disrespectful, but if Joshua retired tomorrow, if he said fuck boxing and retired tomorrow, he's not going to be revered as Muhammad Ali, you know, other popular heavyweights, Mike Tyson, you know, he wouldn't. They'd be like, oh, he beat Klitschko coming off a loss. That was cool. So what I'm saying is he needs to still work on his legacy as well. Listen, unless a fighter can say, if I retire tomorrow, my legacy is intact, then you still have more legacy fights. Andre Ward, for example, perfect example. Andre Ward, I don't know, 30, early 30s, mid 30s, whatever, right? He, after he fought Kovalev a second time, he retired. He was like, I'm content with my career and what I've accomplished in this sport. Rightfully so, because just like AJ, he has a gold medal, and in the amount of fights he had, he fought the very best. Period. So, okay, you beat Kovalev twice, you beat Kovalev twice, you beat Chad Dawson, you beat Edison Miranda, you beat Darnell Boone, you beat Carl Froch, you beat Arthur Abram, Sakio Bika, Mikhail Kessler, you beat Edwin Rodriguez, so he has a Hall of Fame resume, beating the Super Six. Joshua, he's done well for himself, especially financially, but in terms of legacy, he still has more to do. Unless you could say, if I retire tomorrow, my legacy is like, there's no one has any questions. Like Cotto, he lost to Saddam Ali, Hall of Famer. He could retire after that fight. Even though it was a loss, he could retire. Eric Morales versus Danny Garcia, he could retire because he could say, I gave the game everything it had. I fought Pacquiao 3 times. I fought the very best, Marco Antonio Barrera. I fought against Marcos Maidana. I fought Danny Garcia twice. Some people thought I won the first fight. Hall of Fame shit. Joshua, he can't just retire tomorrow and be like, I've completed everything, because in my opinion, he hasn't even fought. Name one person that he has fought and beaten that had the threat level and the momentum of Deontay Wilder. I'll wait. Tim Bradley, another person. He could retire at his age because he has a Hall of Pacquiao 3 times. Who else could say they fought Pacquiao 3 times and beat him a couple of times? Stop acting like Broner sounds stupid. Block Izzel. You named after a crackhead from a movie. So we don't care what you talking about. You like crack, smoking. My neck and my back. Shut your crackhead ass up. This is my show. What does Broner have to do with anything that I've said? Get the fucking Izzel. Smokey been eating corn. Get Izzel out of here. Oh, I'm suing for $150,000, but we can settle out of court right now for $20. Like, get your crackhead ass out of here. Fuck, you named after a known crackhead. You might as well just be called Pookie. Get him the fuck out of here. Keep calling me, man. Keep calling. Hey, Scotty, they're gonna kill me, Scotty. You named after a famous crackhead. I got these cheeseburgers, man. That's like me being named Tyrone Biggums and going to anyone's live stream trying to talk shit. You named after an infamous crackhead. So shut your base head ass up. This is my shit. Okay. He said, I steal, I don't kill. Exactly. Shout out to Big Time. Smokey been eating corn. I ain't gonna tell nobody else. Like, motherfucker talking about I sound like Broner. What does Broner have to do with anything that I've ever said? Got these cheeseburgers, ego, please, man. Like, y'all better stop. Y'all better come with it. Y'all want to throw rocks at the throne? Come with it. You keep calling me, man. You keep calling. Okay. Titty. Like, shut your infamous crackhead ass up. It's my shit, motherfucker. Anyway, sorry about that, y'all. We just had to take out the trash. I got to take out the trash today, so, trash comes on Thursday. Hard to stay focused on Empire with ego cracking joke. Man, I don't even be doing. I'm trying to talk regular boxing, and then they come for me. The dude talking about, you stop trying to be like Broner. You sound stupid. What a Broner got to do with anything I'm talking about? Just be saying whatever. Anyway, Joshua still has more legacy fights that he needs to get past. Who has Joshua fought and beat that has as much threat level and momentum as Wilder? Go. That's the question. Very simple. There were a stylistic threat to his threat with a lot of momentum, you know, something like that. Who? Look at Wrench Mafia. He said crickets. Exactly. These motherfuckers got cricket cell phones because that's all we hear when we ask these questions. Who had the momentum and the threat level stylistically that Joshua has beat? Listen, you motherfuckers be, oh, you're hating. I'm not hating. I'm asking y'all a question. So if you know the person, speak up. I'm just wondering. I want to hear what you guys have to say. Kamal says no one. So, you know, you can't say, oh, you're hating, but then you can't name who the person is. Right? That doesn't make sense. So what are we talking about? So 22 fights is great. Yes, we give you credit for those 22. But you haven't fought a guy that had the stylistic, like, the style that would gel and mesh very well with yours and create for a very interesting style matchup with the most momentum. You know, you fought Klitschko, which was, you know, your best stylistic matchup on paper, and he was coming off an 18-month layoff. He was 41 years old, and he was coming off of a loss. Wilder, for all his 40 fights that people say he fought 40 bumps, he at least fought someone who stylistically had momentum and stylistically should give his style problems, like a Luis Ortiz. Luis Ortiz was undefeated, and he's a southpaw that's technical, that can box, with 350 plus amateur fights or so. Look it up. Luis Ortiz has like 330 amateur fights, right? 320 amateur fights or so with 19 losses as a heavyweight. It's a really good resume for a heavyweight amateur because, you know, you could get knocked out at heavyweight. You only have 19 losses and 310 plus fights. So even Fury, stylistically, Fury at his best, which I'm assuming for a fight of this magnitude is going to try to prove people wrong and try to put up another Klitschko performance. That's a stylistic threat to Wilder's style. People say Wilder's sloppy, he's not accurate, and, you know, he throws wild. You're going up against a bigger man who outweighs you that can box and move with long arms and herky-jerky. So who is Joshua fought that had momentum, you know, like undefeated, champion, former champion, had experience and stuff like that? Momentum that you thought would give the most stylistic challenge to him. Dale McCree, shout out to you, $10 super chat. Hit the like button and show your love for the channel. I will always show my support for the channel. Respect. Shout out to Dale, part of Eagles Army. I appreciate you. This man said Joseph Parker. Relic TV. I challenge that. Do you want to be in the hot seat? Do you really want to argue that Joseph Parker had the stylistic style to beat Joshua at home? Like he was the same level threat as Wilder. That was the question. Is this real? Relic, think about this. I know pride gets in the way, but do you really want to argue that in the hot seat? That you believe Joseph Parker was a bigger threat than Wilder, basically, to Joshua's style and had more momentum? Think about it and let me know in the next minute. You got to let me know in the next minute so the show can keep flowing. No, he wasn't a threat like Wilder. Then why'd you say Parker? See, I will hold you guys accountable for what you say. It's that simple. Parker definitely didn't have momentum because he fought guys like, no, bro, if you put another comment like that, I'm going to put you in the hot seat because you backpedaled and then now you're trying to act like your point made sense. It doesn't. You said, but he was a threat. No, that's not the question. I said someone with more momentum or more of a threat, you know, in its totality than Wilder. You just bowed down and admitted that Parker didn't have that. So no one said that Joseph Parker or Povetkin or these other guys had no level of a threat. I'm not arguing that. So you adding that on is really of no consequence. I never said no one else had wouldn't win a round versus. I never said that. I'm talking about who has Joshua beat that was a bigger threat than Deontay Wilder stylistically. They had good momentum. They're undefeated. They're champion, former champion. So they're experienced, similar Olympic experience, anything like that. So Parker doesn't fit that because he's shorter than Wilder. I mean, he's shorter than Joshua. Wilder's taller than Joshua. His power didn't show up in some of his bigger fights where he was knocking guys out like Huey Fury. He had struggle performances against Raz Kujanu. Even the fight where he won the title was a split decision. Win versus Andy Ruiz. So he wasn't the same level of a threat. We know that. So again, this is why he has more. Wilder fought Luis Ortiz, which stylistically should give him a nightmare. And I've seen a lot of people pick Luis Ortiz to beat him because they said Wilder's too sloppy and reckless. And Wilder beat him. Now Wilder's getting ready to fight Tyson Fury, another known threat. A guy that's taller than him. A guy that's bigger than him. A guy who is very confident. You guys say whatever you want, but Tyson Fury is confident. He doesn't walk. It doesn't look like a fake confidence to me. He talks his little shit, and then he shows up for fight. He's undefeated. Ego for the win, 1,465-0. LOL. Man, listen, I just want people to be real and be able to put things that they don't mind being held accountable for. If you really believe that, then put it in the comment section. Great. But I know they don't. I know they don't believe what they're putting 9 times out of 10. I know that. So that's where we're going to find out. If you believe what you're saying, well, let's do a hot seat. Bottom line is I haven't seen anybody that Joshua beat that's a bigger threat than Wilder, stylistically, momentum-wise. Similar type of experience, an inch height advantage, the power Wilder has. You can argue that Luis Ortiz was a major threat to Wilder's style. Everyone Joshua faced is like, some of them had stylistic threats, like little things, but then they also had a lot of stuff going against them. Joseph Parker didn't have really impressive performances, and he was shorter, and the ref was horrible for that fight. Alexander Povetkin, it's in Joshua's backyard, so, he's not going to be done any favors for ref and judging. Then he's shorter, and he hadn't really been fighting high caliber guys since Klitschko, and he was suspended. And if you don't believe what I'm saying, then just tell me who he fought. Charles Martin had a lot of momentum. He fought a guy who got crippled in his fight and won a vacant title that was stripped of Tyson Fury unfairly. Dominic Brazil, he had a lot of momentum. He was losing to Amir Mansour. And then Amir Mansour bit his tongue or some shit, and the fight got canceled. But didn't he get knocked down and he was losing that fight? Actually, let me see. Just for new media, I'm going to make sure that Amir Mansour, I got to see if it happened after. I don't remember if Dominic Brazil happened after or before. I care about the information I put out, so I'm going to check it. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I'm good. So when Joshua fought Dominic Brazil, he was coming off the Amir Mansour victory. See, I had to make sure because I knew it was around the time, but I didn't really remember. He fought, oh my gosh, man. Joshua fought he fought Dominic Brazil coming off the Amir Mansour fight. Go watch that fight. If you don't believe me, Amir Mansour dropped Dominic Brazil and was doing good, and it was looking real bad for Dominic Brazil in that particular fight. But Amir Mansour, just like Charles Martin's opponent, he got injured. He started like swallowing blood because he bit his tongue real bad or some shit. Watch that fight and tell me, and this is who Joshua fought. We got another hot seat. I'm gassing these dudes. Jaibo 1991. Okay, you want to challenge me? Who has Fury fought? All right, you're in the hot seat. These dudes. Okay, so Klitschko hadn't lost in 9.5 years. So let's round up and say a decade. And you're asking me who Tyson Fury fought? Really? when he beat Klitschko, when Klitschko was a long-standing champion for nearly 10 years. And you're asking, okay, so please explain. I just named someone. You said who is Tyson Fury fought? I just named someone for you. He fought and beat Klitschko, and it was a convincing win. These dudes is so trapped because they want to argue, but they don't even know what they're saying. They really don't know what they're saying. Why? I'm going to do this boy greasy. Let me wait for him to respond. Mr. J, I got him. I know it don't make sense, but this is what we have to put up. Somebody snitch his name. I be getting these dudes' names sometimes. They don't know what they're talking about. And we're going to just expose that. It just takes a couple seconds, you know. We'll see who knows what. He's in the hot seat. What is the guy's name? Somebody please snitch his name out. J-Bo 1991. Yeah, I could tell you were born in 1991. Now we got to body you. Shout out to Wrench Mafia. J-Bo, you haven't even answered my first question. You asked who Tyson Fury has fought. You asked who Tyson Fury had fought, right? I just told you. Where are you at? See, I told you, they want to be new media so bad. They want to be new media and talk like us and think of these like clever points like us. But then when they do it, it just doesn't make sense because they don't know enough about who did what to the point where it even makes sense. They want to have the like interrogation style that we have and, you know, think of these clever new media points, but they don't succeed at it because they don't know what they're talking about. Do you get what I'm saying? Nah, that ain't snitching because I could have found it. I just didn't feel like going back up. And I'm looking for this dude in the hot seat. I could have, you know, he didn't have to snitch. I could have just found the guy's name myself. Where's J-Bo? Hey, give him 10 seconds. Shooters, if he hasn't responded in 10 seconds, I'm not waiting all day. J-Bo 1991. You asked who Fury had fought and beat, and I just told you. And then you went ghost on us. Please keep counting down. J-Blow or Bo or whatever. Please respond. See, this is what we deal with. Drive-by comments. They never sit there and park and then argue the point that they were trying to argue. Who is Fury beat? What? He said, no, I'm asking. Okay, I just told you. You're in the hot seat. You're in the hot seat. No, you're trying to back off the block. You asked me who Fury is beat. You know, instead of looking it up yourself, you asked trying to like create a case, and I told you, and now you have nothing to say. Okay, J-Bo, who is Anthony Joshua's best win on his resume? We'll start with that. You know, this is a bonus round for you. He said, no, I'm just asking. J-Bo, who is the best name on Anthony Joshua? I'm gonna do this boy greasy. Who is the best name on Anthony Joshua's whole resume? Ronald Finkley, I'm trying to get, he's taking forever. J-Bo, who is the best name on Anthony Joshua's 22 fight resume? I'm asking you. J-Bo, please answer the question. No, on paper. Bro, you're about to get blocked. You're ducking the question. Name the name. Don't put on paper and college rule. Who is the best name on Anthony Joshua's resume? Klitschko. Okay, you just asked. You know you done fucked up. You asked me who is Tyson Fury beat, and he beat Klitschko. Joshua fought Klitschko when he was Tyson Fury's leftovers. And you just admitted that the best name on Joshua's whole entire 22 fight resume is a guy coming off a loss to the guy you question's resume. You know you done fucked up. So you said Joshua's best resume win is Klitschko, and Joshua had a war with Klitschko, and he was coming off of a loss to Tyson Fury, but you have the audacity to ask who Tyson Fury has beaten. So that makes no sense. Tyson Fury didn't struggle with Klitschko. It wasn't as fun of a fight because he imposed his style and Klitschko did nothing with it. But in terms of a convincing win, Fury convincingly easily won. Get him out of here. That you just gave credit to AJ for fighting Tyson Fury's leftovers, but then you gonna ask who Tyson Fury has beat. Get him out of here, man. You see, this is what we have to deal with. Shooters, have fun with that. His name is J-Bo Knight. Oh my God, Wrench Mafia was like, he was waiting. Wrench Mafia sniper. He said, "Man down." See, he bragging about his kill streak. That's crazy. That's like me saying, who's Floyd Mayweather beat? You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, what about Canelo? That was a good win for him. That's like you giving credit to Triple G saying, oh, Triple G had a draw with Canelo, but Floyd beat him first. So how are we gonna give more credit? You know what I'm saying? These dudes, this is funny. Mr. J said he making my generation look bad. Listen, this is what they're trying to do because they know Wilder Fury is a better fight, so they're trying to downplay it. Act like Fury ain't beat no one. And like to keep it all the way funky, Fury has 27 fights. He beat Steve Cunningham by stoppage. He beat Derek Chisora, who Dillian White is trying to fight right now. He beat Nikolai Furtha, right, who was in the division. I think he might have been a former champion. He beat Kevin Johnson, who was fed to AJ after he had lost to Tyson Fury. He beat Christian Hammer, who later fought Alexander Povetkin, and he's getting ready to fight Wilder. And like I said, for me, I'm not going to criticize. Why would I criticize Tyson Fury when this man took a 2.5-year hiatus and he's coming back to fight the best? Joshua's been active and elected to fight Povetkin. So why would I be criticizing Fury at a time like this when he has an excuse to not fight Wilder? Nobody was even talking about him fighting Wilder. He interjected himself. He interjected himself. He's like, you know what? I could beat this guy. Let's go. Joshua has all the belts and been active and has a whole country riding with him. Fury don't have the whole country riding with him. Some people don't like him because he's a gypsy traveler. And he's defying all of that to fight Wilder. They're like, it's a suicide mission. You haven't been active enough. He's like, fuck that. I'm not scared. I'll fight him. Anyway, we're hitting the hour mark. I'm about to get out of here. I got to keep some of these streams to about an hour-ish. Because some of them, like before I know, I'll be like, damn, I've been on for 2.5, 3 hours. I got to cut those back because it's like, bleeding over to the point where it's like when it comes to do the regular edits, I'm like, I don't even feel like doing that right now. So I'm about to get off. But Wilder Fury is a great fight for boxing. Everybody knows it. They're talking about Luis Ortiz being on the undercard. I don't have an opponent. I don't know who he would face, but that's always a good look because he's a major player. So, to see his fights and have him staged on a big fight, that's good. Keith Thurman is a possibility. Ego put trash out, man. But why are you here, though? Steal wisdom. Why would you be here if I put out trash? Joshua plastic belts. Why are you on my stream if I put out trash? I don't get what you're saying. I'm talking about the trash. Do you speak English? Because you're missing like predicates and verbs and stuff. Man is coming today. Bro, you got to work on your English. You missing some shit. Because the way you're like, man did it. Man's like him. Man coming. You like missing verbs and subjects and predicates and all types of shit. I can't even understand what you're talking about. You like AJ Ha. What? We're like, that sentence is definitely missing something. What are you, AJ Ha. Oh, what? These dudes just be putting whatever on my stream. I store. Like what? You go to the store or you're the whole store? Like what are you saying right now, man? Well, anyway, we done the live is live gates. Shout out to Super Chats. These motherfuckers can't. They missing subject, verbs, predicates, conjunctions, vowels, and consonants. I don't know what the fuck they talking about. All I know is we leading the pack. New media. Me and my boys got a podcast coming soon. Check that on. It's gonna be a whole separate channel, but I want y'all to check that out. We're gonna go over like sports, whatever we want, entertainment, all the good stuff. Yo, shut the fuck up, bitch. That's original. Hey, damn, I couldn't even put the hit out on him. They clap Rick. They clap Ricky like Boys in the Hood. Ricky. Hey, how come he ran in a straight line, but he was supposed to be a football player finna get a scholarship? Like, you a dumbass. If you was supposed to run a route at any point in life, when the motherfucker pulled up in the red Hyundai with the thumper, you know what I'm saying? He had that shot. He had that shotty work, that double barrel. You should have ran the route then. I would have been like, yeah, You ran a straight line. You was trying to get clapped up. You know what I mean? Even Wilder, when he was finna knock out Bermain Stavern, did a sharp-ass cut. He was like... that motherfucker was fighting like Mike Tyson Punch-Out and stuff. Wilder was like... Wilder was tripping. Ricky's... He an idiot for being a wide receiver, running back, whatever, and he didn't run no type of route. I would have been like... Yeah, and then I would have just, made some cuts. You gonna run a straight line like you the T-1000 to get your back blown out. Man, I got a gat like that long to your back, dong, to your back gone. Shout out to Cassidy. He said, I got a gat like that long to your back, dog, to your back gone. He was at that house party in Philly. He was killing. Hey, Ronald Finkley, you blocked the wrong dude. He cool. He was talking about Ronald. You gotta slow up. He was talking about these other dudes in the chat be hating. He from the Bay. He out here. Like I know, dude. Anyway, check out that Creed movie trailer. That shit look wet. That shit look dope. Did y'all watch the Creed trailer?
Victor Drago, son of Ivan Drago, who infamously killed Apollo Creed, appeared today to issue a challenge to Adonis Creed.
Y'all gotta watch that. They did like a updated, better Creed, like a longer Creed. That shit look dope. I really wish they did the flat top on Drago though. I must break you. You will lose. Drago looked like he didn't give a fuck about Apollo. I must break you. You will lose. Remember he hit the gloves hella hard? He's just, if he dies, he dies. He's like a piece of iron. I must break you. That's classic cinema, man. Andre Ward's in it. My dude Boog is in it. Padman. We got Danny Wheeler. SOG Wheeler. New media, we just on top, having fun. That's an hour stream. Check out the Creed trailer. Looks dope. You know, some people be hating. I posted and some people are like, this looks stupid. It's so predictable. Block Johnny B good. Johnny B the fuck up out of here. Oh my God, my shooters just be clapping. That's what happens when you put racial slurs. Some people are hating on Creed, but you guys realize that boxing movies, big blockbuster boxing movies and stuff, that only helps boxing. You know, just brings more spotlight to the fight. You know, people be trying to nitpick, oh, this looks so fake and predictable. You know, shit, Michael B. Jordan probably whooped some of y'all asses, to be honest. Anyway, I'm out. Holla at the kid. Smash the like button. We working. Peace out.